guys, welcome to my channel. It's your favorite math teacher, Miss Peace. So today I'm going to be talking about Mathsified, the story behind Mathsified. So yeah, it's story time. So growing up, I used to have a terrible fear for maths. Like it was terrible. Right from nursery school, I was already afraid of numbers before I even saw numbers, and that's because of the perception people had about maths from my peers, from people around, everyone saying maths is difficult, maths is hard. So I already believed that fear, and it was already working for me before I even saw numbers. So excuse me, starting with school and everything, maths is already hard before I even gave it a chance. So from nursery school to primary school, and then fast forward to secondary school, I remember as at JSS1, the fear of maths had affected every other subject I was doing. It was that bad. Like when I see my maths teacher coming to class, I begin to shake like fever. I begin to run temperature. I'm serious. Like the fear was that bad, and then it was also affecting every other subject. And because it was a psychological thing, it was also psychologically affecting every other subject. So my grades just kept going down. And one good thing I'd say is sorry about that. One good thing I'll say is my parents never for once made me feel inferior to my brothers, because my brothers were doing so well. Like they come back with second position and they are wheeling. I'm coming back with like 28 out of 30, and I'm like, what's wrong with these ones? Like, you guys are so wins, why are you crying? But my parents had a way of letting me know that I could do better, but not tampering with my self-esteem. So moving on, so just one, just two, things were really getting bad. I was more like a loner. I always wanted to be by myself. I just didn't feel like I fit in, especially academically. So I remember vividly that my just two third term results was bad. I was like 31 out of 32, and you see all kinds of red pens on my maths results. So anyway, I remember that morning. I don't know how my mom got to find out about this tutor, and I've been tutored by different people. My mom even tried. She tried scolding. She tried screaming. Didn't work. Bringing other tutors, it didn't work. So I don't know how she found this particular tutor. And I remember he came to the house, and my mom was like, I don't know what else we're going to do. You're like final bus stop. Like, can you just, academics are just bad and everything. And he was to take me maths. So he was like, what do I think about maths? And I'm like, maths is just hard. It's not for me. I'm not built for it and all that. And he said something to me. He said, if you give me 2 weeks of your time, please, just 2 weeks of your time. I'm asking you to give me 2 weeks of your time, and in 2 weeks I'm asking for 30 minutes of your time. And if after that there's no improvement, I will give to your parents the funds that they're supposed to give to me. Like, I'll pay your parents the salary they're supposed to give to me. And I'm like, we've got a deal. And that's because it was a sarcastic way of answering, and that's because I felt I was still going to prove him wrong, because I didn't feel that there was anything that could have changed in 2 weeks. So anyway, lessons began, and he always emphasized on me attempting questions. He wasn't keen about perfection or getting the answers correctly. He was more interested in every attempt I had to make. He wanted to see a step-by-step solving. He wanted to be in my mind while I was solving. He wanted to be able to know at what point I missed it. He was not just in for the final answer. He wanted to be in my mind while I was solving. And so we continued like that. I kept solving and I kept attempting. He said, attempt my questions. I always need to attempt my questions, no matter how difficult, just attempt them. And you know, another thing, or most importantly, he was my friend. Mm. He didn't come as a teacher. He was my friend. We had our 5 minutes talk time every time we came for lessons. Okay, let's take a break, 5 minutes, let's talk what's happening in school, what's going on. So all the crushes I was having, all the people I didn't like, all my teachers that were so annoying and everything, I was telling him, because if I couldn't even tell my mom teachers I didn't like, she'd be like, that's the reason why you're not passing the subject, you get that kind of thing. So he was a friend, he was a listening ear. I'll tell him things, he'll tell me things too, just so I was always eager for those 5 minute talk times. Yeah, so that's how he made learning very comfortable for me. He made failure not the way it was. I wasn't mocked at when I failed, I wasn't laughed at when I failed. I was encouraged. He made me, when I failed something, he made me go back to find out where I made the mistake and be like, oh, this is where I missed it. Okay, I'll do better next time. You understand? So failure didn't seem like a bad thing anymore. It seemed like what will push me through. So moving forward, school resumed. Okay, after 2 weeks, he had a meeting with my parents, and he was like, okay, so it's been 2 weeks, and have you noticed, not my parents now, me, have I noticed any improvements? If I haven't, then he has to keep to his word. I'm like, I have noticed. Please don't leave me. Like, don't go. He was already like my favorite teacher and everything. And so he stayed. But he told me something. He said, when I realized that you can do this on your own, when I realized that I can hand over everything to you, I'd leave. I'm not going to be here till probably SS3. If I realize that in a month you're good to go, I'll let you be. So I'm like, okay. So we resume school, JS3 starts, and JS3 first term, I come home with 8th position, like 8th position from, I was 31st out of 32, and I'm coming home with 8th. He taught me one subject, but it then affected every other subject I was dealing with. My confidence came back, my drive came back. I just knew I could do it. Like, it just felt like if I could do this in maths, these other subjects don't have a problem. Like, I was just going, like, there was a drive, there was confidence, I was different, I was making friends, I wanted to be out there. There was just a lot of things changed by him teaching me one subject. And that was because teaching to him was beyond going to the board and solving something. Teaching to him was impacting lives and making a difference. It's been years down the line, but every time I get to talk about Mathsified, I can't do that without talking about him. The way he lit up fire in me and made me feel I could do anything. Do you understand? I went for cowbell competitions, I went for Olympiad competitions. It was a change, it was a mind shift that affected every other thing. And even when I was offered chemical engineering to read in the university, I didn't apply the course, but when I was offered it to read, my dad called and I was like, okay, do you want to have a change of course, or can you do it? The whole, I can do anything, you get. And that was how I was like, fine, I'm not going to change this course. I'm going to, since they gave it to me, they felt I could do it, I'm going to do it. And that was how I did chemical engineering. And that's how Mathsified was birthed. The fact that every time I talk about someone that impacted my life when I was way young, and till now, that fire is like is a spark, it's still lightning. And I want to do the same for every other child I come in contact with. Rather, I want to light something in every child, not necessarily make them become a tutor, but in whatever field and whatever aspect they find themselves, I want to light something in them that burns, and every time they want to do that, then they can't forget their Miss Peace. You get, she has to be in that story. So this is me saying a big shout out to Mr. Itu. I don't know where he's been. The numbers we've had, we've called, it's no longer reachable. We've left the town we were. I've been trying. I've tried Facebook, I've tried Instagram, I've tried to find him, but he's just unfindable. I don't know. I hope that someday you get to see this video. I just want to say a very big thank you to you for what you did. Thank you so much for being one passionate teacher that I can't forget. Thank you for showing me that a teacher can really love what they do. They're not just there for passing time or for money's sake. A teacher can teach from the heart. Thank you for showing me that a teacher can see past, beyond, like beyond the limitations of the student herself. Like I didn't even believe in myself. Like I was limited already in my mind, but you saw beyond that and saw that you could do something much more for me and help me believe in myself. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Mathsified is bettered on that belief, on that trust, on that encouragement, and that push. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you so much, Miss Mathsified. Thank you so much. And anyway, I've come to the end of this show. I've come to the end of this video for today. I just wanted to talk about Mathsified and all of that, and I wanted to do it in the most relaxed position. I didn't want it to feel like I was reading a script or anything. I just wanted to flow naturally, and I did. I felt really relaxed talking about Mathsified. Mathsified makes me feel like home. And please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you some other time when I post something else. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once again, it's your favorite maths teacher, dear Miss Peace. Do have a beautiful day.